This is Brent in Central Arkansas. You know, Gina and I RV quite a bit. We try to get out probably 3 to 5 times a year. And one of the things that bothers us the most when we're RVing, we like full hookups and everything, so we like it kind of lavish probably. It's not really camping, it's more like our home away from home to go see sights and whatnot. But one of the things that bothers us is we do laundry. A lot of times the laundromats that we have to go to, because the RV doesn't have a washer and dryer inside of it, but a lot of times the laundromats that we go to, they're in places that we don't really want to go to. Also, the amount of money we spend, you know, having to get the coin, load up the truck, all that sort of thing, it kind of becomes an inconvenience. So with the first RV, what we ended up doing is getting a washer dryer combo, and we had that in the RV and we liked that a lot. But we got a new RV, this particular one, it's a little smaller and it doesn't have a place for a washer and dryer. So once we took this out, we went on our big trip last year. We were gone for 2 months. We went up towards Chicago and then took all the way over to Oregon and down the California coast and back. We were gone for 2 months, and the biggest distraction, if you will, was the lack of a washing machine and dryer, a laundromat to do our clothes. A lot of times those parks we stayed at, we couldn't get in because they were constantly full until, really late at night, and it was inconvenient. So all said, we needed to have our own washer and dryer, and so that is why I'm doing this video. Dry run was good, so let me take you and show you what I did. Bye. Can you guess what that is? So what's in the box? 7. Brad Pitt. Anyway, this is what was in the box. Oh man, I cracked myself up. It's the bars, the whole rack and everything. I'm going to put it on the fifth wheel. Bought a master lockable pin that'll attach it with 2 keys. I'll keep one in the fifth wheel, one in the truck. Installed. Installation was absolutely easy. This is our hair washing machine, and our fifth wheel doesn't have a place to put a washing machine and dryer, and we definitely would like to have one like we had in our old fifth wheel. So that's the point of this rack, and I moved it from inside the bathroom of the fifth wheel to out here on the rack. And this is the dryer. Testing out here in the garage before I put it on the rack. Here's the washer and dryer side by side. It opens up nice. This is a little tall, so I don't think the wife will be able to reach down in here. That would be me grabbing the laundry if we leave it on here, which I'm sure we will. Wanted to show you that the dryer is vented straight down. There's no need to put any kind of that tin foil exhaust, and also this is the water pumped out, and all I did was on the end here I took 3/4 sorry, I gotta get you in the camera here. I took a piece of 3/4 inch PVC, added a male hose adapter to it, it's not even glued on, and I put a zip tie on it. So all I have to do is connect this to a hose. Now power is going to be supplied by this gray extension cord. It's heavy duty, 15 amp with 2 little plugs. There's actually a third on the opposite side of that one there. So for the dryer to work, all it needs is electrical, but for the washing machine, now it doesn't need electrical, it needs an influx of water, and that's what this is. Now the the washing machine came with a regular hose fitting here, and I bought this male, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Now this is the outside shower. It has both a hot and a cold valves there to turn off and on, and it can be used for anything outside. And I don't use it very often, the actual shower part of it. I don't even use the head. I wash my hands sometimes here, well, somewhat often, every time I dump for sure. But let me show you how I'm going to use it for the washing machine. Okay, I have this Y here, and I have an adapter that's a brass adapter that goes from this fitting into a hose, and then it Y's off. Now this Y is a black hose that goes all the way to the washing machine. This side has got a slip connector, and I can take this hose off here and I can connect it up there, and that's the black tank flush. So I can use the outside shower to send water to the washing machine or the black tank, or this is stored here. I can take the handle out, and this is just tight by hand. I can reattach it and use it as a shower. Here's the black hose coming out, and this is used to put the water and cable TV. It comes up through the fifth wheel, that way you can close the door and all the wires will be in here and not be seen. But I have it coming out here. I have it zip tied here to hold it in place, and then it goes over there in between that spacer tubing over the wheels. Here it is coming out the other side, and I had a problem because there's a long space here before it would go back over here, and I had to keep it out of the wires for the slide going in and out here. So I couldn't run it anywhere behind this. This turns. As you can see here, it turns, so I can't have it there. So what I decided to do was to make some brackets and put a support here and here for the hose, and then it can go back over here and route it back to the washing machine. Okay, now you can see it's secure with this one. Comes across secure with this one, so it's got some support until it gets over here. Gonna zip tie it there and there, and then it'll be out the back ready for the washing machine. And you can see I cut the hose off, and this is the washing machine. Comes from up there, and it'll plug in here. I gotta find a way to mount it a little bit so it doesn't just hang down here like this. Mount it up just a little bit, and then it'll be ready to go. Put another strap on it. It's bolted on the other side there, and here it is, connected very loosely just so you can see how it will connect. And then when it's not in use, I have this old soaker hose cap. I've had several soaker hoses that have gone bad, and I just kept to keep the caps. So now I have a cap to keep stuff out. Next we need to affix the electrical. You can see I've got the cords from both the washer and dryer coming down around to this gray extension cord that I've had for quite some time. And we're going to put this underneath the fifth wheel as well. Well, I started at this bracket here because the cords reach back here and it keeps them off the ground. And now I'm going to weave this, like I did the hose on the other side, all the way to the electrical supply. From the plug, I attached it here and here like I did the hose. And I wired it through the tubing to the other side. Coming out of that tube, we secured it there with the zip tie. Then back there along the back of the step, over here, and then it goes in and up through here where it can plug in. Now, if I don't need electricity, because it's not an outside outlet anyway, I can just unplug it or plug it in as needed. That's it for the electrical cord. The last thing, the only thing left that needed to be done was how to drain. And I was just going to take the other half of that black hose and run it straight to the, you know, whenever you RV, you get full hookups, you get sewers. One of them, I was just going to run it straight to the sewer. But I decided to go ahead and run it parallel to where the other one was run. You can see there's where it hooks up, and it's run down the length of the fifth wheel the same as the other. And this is where it comes out. Now I've got a cap on it, And the way it hooks up is here. And this is when I bought this fifth wheel, I got a voucher for something in their little store, and I ended up getting this. And this is, well, it's designed to shoot water back into the tank, or this way to clean out a hose, or various things. But this ended up being a perfect thing, perfect use. I can run the washing machine drain straight to here and run it straight down the sewer pipe, which would connect over to the sewer. And so when it's not being used, I just put the cap on it and I run it up into the inside. That way I can just shut the door and it's all stowed up nice and neatly. Now I've got two tie-down straps. I've had these for a while. They sit in the front of the fifth wheel, but I've got them over the top and around the side, and all this is for travel. This styrofoam came with the washing machine, I believe. Got a little piece over here just to keep it from scratching the side when it's tied down. So that's it. Set up for travel. This is just kind of keep things pretty smooth and not bouncing around too much. I've got a cover here, and then I've got a bigger one I'll show you. Now this is an ATV cover. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it on Amazon, and all that does is just protect it from the weather when I'm going down the road or when not in use. Now I've got the blue tote on. I'm going to see if I can get that underneath the cover. And there it is underneath the cover as well. And the only reason why it's underneath the cover, because it is already plastic, is to reduce the tacky factor. I don't want to look too terribly redneck going down the road. And that's the final product with the cargo net over. Cinched up.